You've traveled around the world, won multiple championships. Um, Tell me about some of the stuff you've done outside of wrestling, like any charity or community service type of stuff, or what do you do outside of the business?
Well, up to about a couple of years ago, I used to volunteer and coach youth baseball.
Oh,
Uh,
really?
I grew up as
Okay.
yeah, I grew up as a huge baseball fan, and I always enjoyed. Of course, I had sons that played baseball, so it just was an excuse for me to find more time. I say excuse, but find more time to spend with them and their friends, and we've met so many great families and kids and through youth sports. I grew up playing, like I said, football, baseball, basketball,
Yeah.
and all these different things. And just remember, I've got friendships that I'm still, some of my best friends in the world are guys that I was 11, 12 years old with, playing, youth sports. And I'm going to give a quick shout out to one of the kids that I had coached, actually a couple of the kids that I had coached. One is playing football. I coached him in baseball, but he's playing football for Vanderbilt University. He's the long snapper.
Oh,
He's all SEC long snapper Wesley Schilling. I nicknamed him Big Smooth from my wrestling. He was the biggest kid on the team, so I always just said, he's not very fast, but he's smooth. So smooth is fast. So that was one of the things that I'd learned in wrestling. Being smooth is fast.
being
So
smooth is fast. I
yeah,
love it.
so I want to give him a shout out. And another kid that I coached, his name was Timon Mitchell, and he had played for the University of Georgia last year, played defensive line, and then transferred this last year to TCU. So he was in the
Okay.
last two national championships with different teams. So he might be the only kid that's ever done that. I'd have to look all that up, but great kid, great academic kid. And so is Wesley Schilling. He's probably in all academic SEC as well. Maybe eventually be an all SEC, an academic All American. But just great kids. Works extremely hard. So I'll show those guys some love. And as I'm speaking, there's just
Yeah.
hundreds of other kids that I've coached that have gone on and do great things. And so I'm just proud of all them. And that's what I like to do. But of course, baseball's around the corner right now. My
Hmm.
oldest son, he doesn't play anymore, but my youngest one does. He's a sophomore, and last weekend he went up to Eastern Kentucky University and got to meet the coach up there. And then on Sunday, went to University of Kentucky and got to meet those coaches. So he's trying to eventually get once he comes out of he's still got high school ball to go through, but
Yeah.
I think eventually his goal is to go on and try to play college baseball somewhere. So, and he works extremely hard. So, and like I tell everybody, I beat my kids regularly to ensure compliance. No, I don't, but they're good kids. They're
Yeah.
real good. They work hard.
See, it's all about moving up the ladder, whether it's baseball or in wrestling. You got to teach them the basics and hope that they strive for success. And you just gotta really have that discipline and determination. So,
It's not always the kid that has the most talent, because you hear stories all the time of talent wasted.
mhm,
Those that have talent and don't work hard get passed up by the kids that have less talent but work hard. I always say hard work builds good character, and hard work pays off. And
mhm.
so that's what I've instilled in both my kids, and hopefully they will listen to their old man on a couple of things, and the old man might know what he's talking about. So who knows, but it's fun. Life's a journey anyway. So if a job, big or small, do it well or not at all.
Yeah. Do you think
you
that
know
they might want to go into the MLB or professional baseball?
My youngest son does. My older son wants to be a dentist. So I told him, I said, I spent years trying to knock people's teeth out, and he can put people's teeth in. And
Yeah.
at our shop in Nashville, I've got a poster on the wall, and it's a picture of me and a good buddy of mine, Flash Flanagan.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I remember
and I've
him.
got I've got Flash like crashed through a table, and I'm choking him. It's a great picture of
Yeah.
me and him. maybe more so of me and less of him. But I've got a picture in our office because, like I said, me and my dad have an auto paint and body shop
Yeah.
in Nashville, and so on that poster, there's a little caption that says, uh, "I used to wreck bodies, now I fix them." And so it's I get a lot of comments of people when they come in to see that they get a good chuckle out of that. So
That's funny.
that's pretty good.
I'll
Yeah.
have to I'll have to check it out.
Yeah.
I'll have
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
check out the picture. Yeah. So why are you so passionate about helping out in your community?
Well, it's I felt like growing up, people that impacted me positively in my life was my youth football coach, my youth baseball coaches, my youth basketball coaches. I learned something from each and every one of them, and really a whole lot in football, because football is one of those sports you practice 4 or 5 days a week. You only get to play one game. Where in baseball, you're mostly playing. After you get a couple weeks practicing, all right, let's go, and you're playing about every other day. But with football, you kind of get a little bit more of that one on one with your coaches, and everything's a little slowed down, not as hectic, not as um, not everything's riding on the line during practice. So and just to see the work ethic that they put us through and learn how to go from point A to point B and plan all that. And so I just, and these guys, they were just normal guys. One was a policeman, one guy was a maintenance guy at an apartment complex, and they just, donated their time to come and help the kids and set good examples to stay out of trouble. You can never go wrong doing the right thing. And just me having those types of people in my life, kept me, on the straight and narrow and trying to stay out of trouble and do what's right.